Hey, everybody, it's P. Dave Turner, executive producer and host of the Break It Down show. Let me adjust my camera here. So, I had Tegan Kline set up for today, but she's under the weather and so not able to do it. She's got a frog in her throat, and well, yeah, I want to have Tegan at her best. So, her and Sandra and I will probably do this in almost exactly a month. We'll probably do this again in March. So, if you're interested at all in the crypto world and what folks are saying about it and where the industry is headed, for sure, look up Tegan Kline and look up The Graph. Those are areas you can go to kind of study up on what's going on. I thought I would, uh, and I've got a couple people possibly going to pop in and we'll do a show impromptu style here, but or I may just talk for a few minutes and then shut it down. But the thing, okay, so crypto, look, like any market, it's volatile, and this is a young market. So when I first started investing in crypto, it was 2017 timeframe, and well, everybody was going bananas because Bitcoin was at $17,000, and it was crazy. And a lot of the other coins in the realm of the crypto world were also going up, 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 and up, and there were coins being created and all kinds of a frenzy. And then things kind of cooled off for a while, and we weren't sure what the market was going to do. We were trying to figure out EOS, Ethereum, Litecoin, all these different things, and then the coins below that, almost like penny stocks that were doing things. And things like Shiba Inu weren't really a thing yet, but they're certainly a thing now. And NFTs didn't quite exist yet, and there were ICOs and all kinds of other things. The point being, the marketplace is evolving. It's established, right? It's established, but it's changing all the time. Yeah. Do you remember when Microsoft came out with Web TV? Well, that's an actual thing now, right? But it took a while for the market to figure out how to use these things. So, what I'm going to say about this: when you look at the crypto marketplace, look, do what you want to do. Don't take don't take financial advice from me. Do I need to say that out loud? I have a Coinbase account. Sign up for it. Don't sign up for it. Whatever you want. I have a link. You can do that. I get $10. You get $10. Great. Whatever. Don't do that because of that though. But understand that software and money are already a thing. And when people say you can't exchange it anywhere, well, how often do you have cash? Software is money. We're already doing this. There already is a US dollar coin that moves things back and forth between platforms. So think of it, gosh, and this is not a very good characterization, but think of the crypto world as an exchange, just like the New York Stock Exchange. You're exchanging stocks, so there's value. You put dollars in, and you can buy stock. You can trade dollars for stock instantly, right? Well, I can take my crypto coins and I can absolutely convert them into something else, stock in another company or coins in another company. I can convert that into cash. And like anything, when you move money across different platforms, someone takes a bite. That always happens, right? But in crypto, it's a smaller bite. It's a nibble, more of a nibble than a bite. You just still don't like giving that money away, right? When you do a trade, there's a fee. It's just smaller in the crypto world. So a lot of these things that are unfamiliar, you can reliably use these proxies to kind of get a sense for what it is. Another thing that's interesting about the crypto world is that when you when you buy a certain kind of coin, let's say you buy Ethereum, every now and then there's a disagreement on what's going to happen with where the coin is going. We find, like, almost like when you write an amendment to the Constitution, you have to find a new thing. So you're like, okay, we're going to make this alternate coin that goes right or left here, and then the other one's going to go forward. And so there's a break. Well, you get the other side of it. You get both coins in that case. And so the disagreement, you're already upstream from it. So the disagreement nets you more coins. There's also companies that give you coins to establish their marketplace because you own Ethereum or EOS or Litecoin, or wherever it's going to be. So there are coins that are the progeny of other coins and work off of the infrastructure of other coins. There are coins that facilitate the exchange of a coin and the things that work off of it. And they're sort of like translators or facilitating coins. These are all little things where if you have positions in these coins, you've got a chance for that it becomes, the VHS, which ultimately becomes CDs and DVDs and Blu-ray, and now it's streaming, right? So each of these iterations, you have a chance to be in front of that. That's a big part of why the crypto market is so fascinating, is that the businesses that are looking at use cases for these things, some are failing, some are succeeding, some are trying to figure it out. And as they do, by being in that marketplace, you can reliably hit home runs on certain coins. And so do what you need to do, but understand that this marketplace exists. I mean, who would have thought 4 years ago that movie theaters were going to be out of business? Our movie theater was putting in big fancy Barclays comfort chairs, right? And increasing their food and drink service at your table side. I think I've been in one movie in the longest stretch in my adult life of not going to a movie, as long as I've been home in the United States. So you think about that, totally different marketplace. Well, there's crypto folks looking at using that physical space to create something for them. So all I'm saying is that when we look at these crypto things, when you hear the simple arguments of how do you change it, or it's not worth anything, like literally the dollar is the exact same thing. It in effect is a cryptocurrency. It is the most prominent currency in the world, but that's changing. And there's things like crypto that are eating away at its base and taking away market share. So it's possible for you to still get into the crypto market space. Don't risk anything you couldn't afford to lose. When I first started talking to the guy that got me into crypto, he's like, look, just put a small amount in and do it and learn and make mistakes. And then along the way, you're absolutely going to make money. And I absolutely have made money. I've not taken big risks. The amount of money I've put in is very manageable and something that I think anybody can do. So we're not at the end of crypto. As a matter of fact, there are more companies doing more things with crypto, and some of them are going to fail spectacularly. But a lot of them are going to do it. They're going to figure it out. They're going to adapt. They're going to adjust. They're going to do it again. And you're going to get a chance to buy that coin ahead of other people. So just a little small investment. That's all I think you should ever make. But it's possible to take a small investment and turn it into a significant position because the growth potential is enormous. I mean, at any given point, the crypto market is outperforming the regular market by a large portion. Right now, the crypto market's correcting and there's some value being bled off, but that's a time to buy coin and not be afraid that because the market is going down, it's not going to go to zero, right? That's just not a thing. There are too many businesses, too many coins, too many successful entrepreneurs who are adding this thing in. And it's changing how our machines talk. It's changing how we do commerce. And I tell you what, these folks aren't getting together all over the world in the crypto universe because there's no money in this. They're figuring out how to do it. It's happening. It's already happened in so many ways. So that's me just talking about crypto for a few minutes. A couple things about the show. The main thing I want you to know is that we're alive, well, and healthy. I always encourage people to watch on the YouTube side of things because that's ultimately where I can monetize the quickest. But wherever you're at, we're going to be there, hopefully expanding to do more things soon. As always, the best way to support the show is to go to the PayPal link and go to breakitdownshow.com and click that PayPal link. You see the one screaming across the bottom of the page of that bit.ly link. If you go to that link and you put in a monthly subscription, make up whatever you want. You want something from me, just ask, and I'm going to try to say yes to it. But the folks who already support the show and say, hey, Pete, next time you go on the road, I got a tank of gas for you. Man, that's a significant thing, right? Someone's like, I'll buy you gas. Well, that in California, that can be $150 for me to fill my tank up. And then I can go out and get on the road and go tell incredible stories. So we're looking at doing that. And the way I like to do that is to crowdfund and self-fund. I mean, I'm going to work hard. I've always, for the longest time, I don't know how you guys can outperform me, but maybe it's possible. But I have invested more in my show than anybody else. And thankfully now we have a lot of people who are already into the show and they're making it possible. You can do the same thing. And it doesn't take much, $5, $10, $15 a month. Some people give me 50 and $100 a month. These are the things that add up and it makes a big, big difference. My team is small. I got my Macedonian guys. They work on the podcast side, but that's what I'm asking is if you're going to support, go to or email me, pete@breakitdownshow.com, and I'll send you the link. But that's the best way to do it. That's directly into my pocket. PayPal takes a tiny piece. It's transactional fee. It's very normal. But other than that, that's it. So when folks say, hey, do Patreon, I'm doing it. I don't need Patreon to do Patreon. I need you. I need you. I need me. I need PayPal. And that's it. So it's my form of Patreon. And someone the other day commented on YouTube and they told me how PayPal is kicking people. Okay, fine. You're not on PayPal. I don't do Venmo. How about that? I fired Venmo because they have one job, and that's to move money. And when you are Venmo and you can't do that and you tell me I need to call my bank and then I never can use you again because I can't rely on you to move money. PayPal has never done that to me. PayPal's always worked. If you're kicked off of PayPal, you can always Zelle me, Pete@breakitdownshow.com, get a hold of me and we'll figure out a way to do it. If you want to support the show, Don't be stopped by PayPal. If there's some other way you want to do it, glad to work with you on that, whatever it is. Just see if you can do it. You can also go, we have a store now. And if you go to, let's see if I can find this link here. Well, that's the spy shirt one. Oh, we have a store, and basically here it is. If you go to basically if you type in bonfire and break it down show store, it should come up. But there's the link right there. It's super simple. Bonfire.com/store/break it down show store. Super simple. Another way to do it. I'm trying to make a new shirt every few weeks, and give people a chance to wear something. If there's a shirt you'd like me to design, shoot, let me know. Send me a design. Whatever. Whatever it takes to get the support, that's what I'm going to do. The other thing I wanted to tell you about. So if you're listening on YouTube, thank you very much. I appreciate this. And on Facebook, hey, I'd love it if you listen on YouTube. There's a little bit more money for me there. I get paid for the ads that run. But the other thing is if you're listening on the podcast side, I don't typically I don't feature things as quickly on the podcast side. It takes more time, it takes more money, and it's not as good of a path for me. So I'll always put the podcast out. I'm always going to, publish the shows, but we're getting further and further behind in the backlog because we do so many lives. It's hard to keep up financially with the on the Libsyn side. Think about this. It cost me $150 to publish all the shows I could want to publish in a month. And that's just the Libsyn subscription, $150 a month. I'm just not going to pay that money to not get much value back from Libsyn. It's great. I still put up shows every week. You're going to get new shows, 1, 2, 3 of them. But it's just not an area where I'm going to focus the business because it doesn't make sense. So if you want to get the freshest stuff, you got to go to YouTube. That's the best place. That's where I'd want you guys to go. Will that change? Maybe. I'm starting to publish shows on Rumble. So if you're on Rumble as well, go check that out. Maybe there'll be some money there. But those are the basic things in the state of the show. There are a couple of projects I'm working on. These things move so slow. They're ponderous. You're just like, oh my gosh, would this hurry up and finish? Well, so I'm working on a couple things, and hopefully those things will there'll be some progress this spring on some projects. Jeff Calhoun and I are talking about making a little series with some actors and everything else. So we'll see how that goes. Anyhow, those are the basics. It doesn't look like we're going to get anybody to pop in here last minute. So I'm going to wrap this up, but always great to check in with everybody. Feel free. Look, seriously, talk to me on email. If you have my phone number, you can always text me. I'll definitely get back to people, but Pete@breakitdownshow.com. We'll get Tegan back on. I think we're going to do March 15th as the date. And we're working on finalizing that right now. Maybe I'll do something on the Ukrainian-Russian situation. If not, we've already done a bunch of stuff on that. My favorite playlist, someone asked me to say, I think the spy playlist or the How We Lose War playlists are really cool. It has a lot of stuff that nobody else has anywhere on the web. So if you're looking for a playlist, check that out. Again, any questions, hit me up at Pete@breakitdownshow.com. I'm going to wrap this up. But I appreciate everybody. We'll have 2 fresh shows for you tomorrow, and we'll have Tegan back on the show in probably about a month. And I'm going to be doing some stuff this spring, so looking forward to seeing everybody. I'll talk to y'all soon. Thank you so much for checking out the Break It